Run, river, run, run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run over me.
Hi, this is Jan Lewis. Welcome to be my guest. Today we have with us Helaine Block, and Helaine is the founder of the Henry and Rosita. Well, they're the two dogs involved. The Kobe Henry Pet Food Bank. Welcome, Helaine. This is what we're talking about, right here. And did you make the sign yourself?
I did, with help of Vista Print.
Very good. These are Henry and Rosita right in the sign. I mean, I recognize their faces, right?
That's right. Yep. The third is Henry from the left, and the middle one, the second, is Rosita. And the other two on the end are my two dogs who have passed, Cooley and Belle.
Are they all, what's the breed again?
They're mutts. They're rescue dogs.
Mutts are great.
Yeah, they're the best.
Mutts. I have yet to see I think we saw one mutt basset hound, but they tried to sell it to us as a basset, but legs were too long. I think he was a real strange mix, and he was not calm like a basset.
Right.
No, he was just the opposite. Anyway, I read about this in one of our, was it the Community Advocate? Where did I read about this?
He read about it in the Boston Globe.
The Globe, okay.
Yep. About a month ago, we got some press for the food banks. Pet food banks are pretty unique in this area, actually in the whole country. So it's strictly a pet food only food bank. So it's part of it's not a full food bank, but it's just pet food. So we service local food banks so they can have pet food for their clients with pets.
It's so important because we've got it for people. I was telling her, we have it for people. Why not a food bank for the pets? Because people are falling on hard times.
Yep, they are very difficult.
And pet food has gone up too.
Sure.
How do you keep it going, Helaine?
I do a lot of hustling. I work hard. I get out there. I go to local pet food stores, food manufacturers, supermarkets, hardware stores now, and I ask for donations. Do some private donations and some private drop-in box donations as well. So that's how we get it, donations. I raise funds. I'm writing grants now. We're getting a lot of press, thankfully, so that's helping spread the word.
There you go. I was thinking that advertising at vets, at the veterinarians, boy, I would think they would really need to get a sign up or something for people when they're bringing their pets in. They could barely afford the vet bill, and this type of thing would help.
Yes, it would. It definitely, it would. I do get some private people. It's trial and error. You find who is going to be, generous and donate some food to you or money, and it just takes time to work your way around and see.
When did you found it?
October 2020.
This year? Last year?
Last 3 years ago. Yeah.
What made you want to do it?
Just my deep love for animals. I come from, my mother was a wonderful human being and taught me about the love of family and animals, and I've carried this legacy on for her, and it's something near and dear to my heart. I love animals. I've been involved in rescue for many years. I've dog walked. I was the editor of a magazine for many years. I've done publicity, so I kind of know how all that works.
Yeah.
So now it's my true passion that I'm doing. So
did you think when you were younger that you would get into anything like this? Because it's great.
I'm not surprised. I knew I'd do something. Dog. Now it's it's a little easier all around. I have 3 daughters who are grown and independent, so I have more time, and it's just something I can do. I make no money doing this. It's through 100% philanthropic, and we're just trying to feed those cats and dogs who are hungry in this.
Cats too, right?
Cats too, yep.
How about guinea pig food?
I do guinea pigs and rats too sometimes.
Oh, that's great. But bunnies and guinea pigs, I love guinea pigs.
Ah, nice.
Oh my God. I had one as a kid, a couple as an adult.
Yeah.
There's just something about them. Yeah. They're funny looking.
I think I had guinea pigs too. Or maybe gerbils.
Do you have kids who love what you're doing with the...
I do. I have 3 lovely daughters who are grown up now. So they're in there. I have 26-year-old twins and a 24-year-old, and they're all in their professions and graduate school and doing their thing. So they're very helpful. They've helped me with the the Instagram and the website and all that. So I have a good cheering squad, and my husband's very supportive and listens to me
Where
talk.
are you based now?
I am out of Sudbury.
Okay. I used to live in some many years ago. It was the same road as one of the broadcasters in a local television station used to live. I was a live-in nanny. I
Good for you.
I did that for a while before I went back to broadcasting. But it was a beautiful road, and I can't think west.
It's pretty, yeah. It's rural. It was more rural when I moved there.
It wasn't obnoxious. It was beautiful. It really was. Now, how could they get in touch with you, Helaine?
The best way is to go onto our website, kobehenro.org, and that has all my contact information, and it tells you about my history, about how I came up with the name Kobe Henro. There's a story there. So the best way is probably just to get on my website. It has contact information if you want to donate food to me, if you want to donate funds, if you are in need of food. I'm always looking for local food pantries, Southern Transport Rescues to help just get them some food.
So if you go to a local food pantry or you're running one, there's so many around, it's just that you probably would have to contact the person running it to say, can we also donate dog food and cat food?
Yes, of course, yeah. I get it. It's very simple what I do. I mean, I get food at point A and I deliver it to point B, but you have to make sure A and B are, going to communicate. And it's something that they're open for it. So I did first check with the pantries. I found a few, then I needed a supply to meet the demand. So we've grown. We've just about at 50,000 pounds of food. That's probably about 110,000 bowls we've filled. So it's countless, the number. We're on our way to hopefully go nationally. We're doing a lot of southern work as well.
Definitely.
The press is picking us up. We're getting grants. We're getting some, national media now. So it's an idea that I wish more people would have thought about. I mean, it's not like I did anything that amazing. It's like, wow, there's hungry dogs. Let's get them some food, and there's hungry cats.
Kitty cats, dogs, guinea pigs. Now, again, we're going to hold this. This is beautiful. www.kobe, it's K-O-B-E, Henro, Henro.org. Pretty good. That's a great sign. In the back, you had an arrow. What was that for?
Oh, that's called a broken stick. That's all. I had beautiful stuff in here, but we can't accommodate it in here. But I have upgraded all of my marketing materials.
Yeah.
So if you go on our website is where you'll find the most things. And these are my best buddies. I mean, they're the ones that, they're the best co-workers, right?
How old are
Rosita.
they?
Henry is 8. He's from Buddy Dog. He made his way up here from Camden, South Carolina. He's a love. He's a wonderful guy. And Rosita, she's a Sato. I don't know if you're familiar with a Sato.
No, what's a Sato?
A Sato is a dog from Puerto Rico. So she came from Puerto Rico also via Buddy Dog, so I adopted them both. Buddy Dog is a shelter in my town that does wonderful things, as does Save a Dog. We're very fortunate in Sudbury. We have 2 shelters that are just fantastic. I mean, people have got to. I mean, part of my goal and my mission is you have got to adopt. These shelter dogs are not broken. The cats, they're not damaged. I mean, some, are challenging, but there are so many that need homes. And they just need homes, and I'm doing my best. My part is feeding them. And I'm feeding them, and I don't want anybody who owns a dog to ever come. And a lot of people are having financially difficult times. No, I don't want anybody to ever have to surrender a dog because they can't afford to get food. Food's expensive, I mean, you get a 50 pound bag of food, it's $100, $110.
I would think, libraries too would love a presentation by you with your dogs because it gets the word out even more. Sometimes in senior centers, they can donate because they have pets too. And they're on a limited income, you know that. Yeah,
so they need it. They need it.
Yeah.
They are more on the other end. I get some private people. I have places that are doing food drives for me now.
Yeah.
It's a group of us, and we all work together. I've met very lovely, wonderful people who have really helped out, and they're very supportive. So
we're talking with Helaine Block, and she is the founder of the Kobe Henry Pet Food Bank. And these are her dogs, Henry and Rosita. Henry's very now you said he'd been a buddy dog. Was he, is it like a dog that you see with the special thing when somebody is blind or something like that?
Henry, no.
No.
No, not Henry. He wouldn't be very good at that. He's very chill. He's just relaxed. No, that would be a seeing eye dog or a therapy dog.
Yeah.
No, neither of them are that. They probably could be. They're very well behaved.
Yeah.
See, I knew they would come
Calm
around.
down.
Yeah, nothing to worry about. I knew, I know them. They're not as well, I did a pretty good job with them. I did a really good job with my kids, but I did a pretty good job with them and my husband too. So, we're a good group. Henry is very close with my husband Paul,
Yeah.
and ironically, my good friend Laurie is a vet, and she has Henry's birth mother, Sadie. Sadie with a T.
Is Sadie still alive too?
Sure, Sadie.
How old is Henry?
Henry's only 8.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we went to a shelter to get our first cat.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, they want references.
Yeah.
At first we thought, what? But nope, fine. It's the cat's all fixed.
Mm.
First shots.
Yep.
What the heck?
All
Sure.
they need is a home.
Yeah. And he has become
Yeah, that's okay.
monster. How are they at home? Are they pretty chill at home?
Yeah, Rosita, she's 6. She's from Puerto Rico. The director at Buddy Dogs is a close friend of mine and called me and said, I have some puppies. I'd like her to have a home. The dog that gets in your house is a lucky dog. And I mean, she's my dog guru. And we ended up adopting her. They do very well together. They sleep with me and my husband.
Aw.
Yeah,
So
so
are
we have
cats.
a full bed.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
How do you get the word out? There's so many towns, New England alone, and so many food pantries. How do you get the word out? Besides media.
It's very easy, actually, once you get on it and you have something you believe in. It's making phone calls, it's sending emails, it's doing, media blasts, it's Facebook, it's Instagram, it's doing events, it's things like that. And that's how it works. So it's just, and people, one person will tell another. I mean, how you found me, it was in the Boston Globe, and then it kind of just grows, and that's how the media works.
I hope that in the food pantries that they're savvy enough to have a sign or something, let people know we also can help you with your pets.
Yeah, they're good. They're
They
good
good
people.
about that?
Oh yeah, they're on top of their game. They know, they flip thousands of pounds every week. So
A friend of mine went into a food pantry years ago and was looking at the dates and found a lot of them totally outdated canned goods. So she went to the little elderly lady who was sitting there at the desk, and she said, this isn't healthy, you can't do this. And the lady said, beggars can't be choosers.
oh no, that doesn't happen that often.
Yeah, that's awful.
But that's just picking a needle out of a haystack. The amount of people that these people feed, I mean, they just had a bad apple there.
Oh yeah.
And they're doing some serious work.
Yeah.
And I deal with some of them.
Yeah.
I deal with not the human part of it, but the animal parts. And so many people are so appreciative and kind and philanthropic, and they just want to help. People need help, and people should help other people.
And cat
We
food and
deserve
dog
it.
food, the prices now, they've gone up too.
Yes, like everything. It's not
Yeah.
easy.
No, it's not. Is there any particular brands, or you'll take everything you can get?
I take everything. I'm a little ways out from this area, but I will take any type of food that I can get. We do sometimes I have a pantry out in Air
Yeah.
that will take open bags, so I'm good with that. But I usually do a meet-up with somebody, or if you are looking to get rid of some food, I'll take that too. I unfortunately get people whose dogs have passed away, and that's their last gift. They want to make sure if somebody gets it.
Yeah.
And I'll always help those people, because that's a kind soul that's thinking
Is it
about
best
that.
that they come out to you in Sudbury, or you just meet
We
up?
meet. I meet. Yeah, I don't do anything from there,
At
from
there,
Sudbury,
I
because
know.
it's all over, so I always try to meet.
Have you ever thought of writing a book about this type of thing?
No. I have thought about, I'm a writer by trade,
You're
so
what?
I've thought about writing many
Yeah,
books.
yeah.
So I've thought about this, but this is still in its infancy. But we're growing. I mean, we're getting big. I mean, I'm shocked and I'm surprised and I'm very humble, but we're growing and we're doing it, and it's going to work. I realized.
Are you on? You see, you must be on Facebook, right?
Yes.
Twitter.
I don't do Twitter.
Good. I don't either. On just Facebook. What's the other one? LinkedIn.
No, they don't have desktops.
Well, you do them.
Yeah.
Where else are you?
Look at them. Look at them. You hand down and look at them. Could
Yep.
you find more perfectly well-behaved
Or
dogs?
they're bored to death.
No, they're just
They're
napping.
sleeping right now. So
They're
let's
great.
see. I'm trying to think.
No, I do Instagram. I do a lot of word of mouth. I've connected with a lot of people on the West Coast, down south, up north, just trying to.
Yeah.
Whereas a woman I dealt with early on said to me, you know, we're just a bunch of villagers
Yeah.
and we're working together. And as I said to her, this is an awesome, cool village to be a villager in, because we're all doing good things and we're all trying to help animals, and animals need help because people aren't always good to animals. It's the dogs and cats aren't bad. It's
Do you ever get the emails that are saying we're so appreciative? I couldn't afford. Do you ever get tons of those?
all the time.
Oh, that's wonderful.
But it's, you know, it
Yeah.
goes into my heart. It's I was telling someone a very nice young man has been coming to our house for years and does the lawn mowing, and we were talking, and I said, oh, and I always paid him, and I always said, I'll Venmo, but I said, you know, Chris, I said, it's going to go to Paul, just do the Venmos from him, because I don't have any income now. And he looked at me, he said, you're getting paid in some really good karma. So,
Well, the
it's-
karma, you
karma, I'll take it. Karma's better than money, so I'll
when
take
you first
the
came
karma.
up with this last October, what was your first move?
2020
In
October.
2020. Okay.
Yeah,
what did
so
you
3
do?
years I've been doing it.
All right. So what
Just
was
about.
your first thought? How I'm going to do this? What were you thinking?
It took me 3 days when I was driving through Sudbury Center and I saw the food pantry. Usually 5 or 6 cars. There were about 60 cars in line there. And I stopped and I looked, and I was dog walking at the time. I'm working for a smaller magazine at the time, and with COVID, those jobs just fizzled. So
Yeah.
I said, what am I going to do? I said, I have the skills to, you know, do communication, and I have a passion and I have a love for dogs.
Yeah.
So I looked at this line, I said, some of these people have pets. They have to worry about themselves, their kids, and the pets, you know, they can't eat scrambled eggs and bread. They need food.
Yeah.
So it took me 3 days, and I was on it, and I haven't looked back.
So you went to the food banks personally at first, in person.
I called them. I went to many. A lot of them are very comfortable. They do well, and they have
Yeah.
very limited shelf space.
Yeah.
But they're all wonderful. Everybody that I've ever dealt with in a food pantry is beyond courteous and kind and giving.
Is it a limit they put on how much can be donated for the cat food and dog food?
Donated for
A
me?
limit. No, well, a limit. Do they say, well, gee, don't have them donate any more than X amount of cans or this type of thing?
Well, not usually. There's logistically shelf limitations.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they'll take what they can.
Sure. I think that's so fantastic. We're talking with Helaine Block, and she is the founder of the Kobe Henry Pet Food Bank. And we're looking at, and I don't know if they're sleeping or bored, but anyway,
No,
Henry and Rosita
they're relaxed.
are
They
down
know
right here.
what they're doing.
Did you get a shot of them, Paul, at all? This is good. This is good. And this is the sign. So tell them again, how can they get a hold of you?
The best way is to visit www.kobehenro.org. Check out my website. That gives you all the contact information. There's some beautiful photos of these lovely dogs, and just a story of how we began this and why I began it, and we're just trying to get exposure. We want to spread the word because we know the number of dogs and cats who are hungry is way up there. I mean, I wouldn't say an infinite number, but it's hundreds of thousands, if not millions. They're all over. I mean, it's worldwide. There's an issue, but I can't really.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done some dog rescue too, overseas. So it's kind of I have a true love for animals, and thankfully I feel very blessed. And you got to give back.
I was thinking of pet stores, but then I thought again, I'm thinking, no, they want people to buy the food.
No, pet stores are a good
Will
resource.
they?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I've made some contacts. Some are, but there's
Yeah.
a lot of red tape. There's a lot of legal implications what they can donate. But
Yeah.
people have been lovely. It's hard to get them sometimes. I've got some local big food donations. Well Pet up in the north, Tewksbury maybe, they gave me a pallet of food when I started. Made by Nacho gave me cat food out of New York. Polka Dog Bakery is a steady donor. Loyal Companion was a steady donor, but they went out of business, so we're we're revamping. But I get a lot of places. Waruva, cat food, dog food, they gave me some. The local places, people are generous.
How about around this general area, so people are watching, like, gee, where can I go? This part of New England, Central Mass.
People who need food, pet food,
Further, yeah.
they should probably check with their food pantries.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best. I don't get out here much, but if somebody needs to meet me, I mean, they'd have to contact me via my website. I have to, go through that, because as you may imagine, sometimes I get some requests that are...
Yeah, we definitely have a great food pantry right here in Upton. I know there's one in Whitensville, which is Northbridge. There, I think just about every time. You're in Sudbury. That's more middle. What's that called?
Metro West.
Metro West. This is more Blackstone Valley Central Mass.
Yep.
And I know that further you go up towards Webster and stuff like that. Yeah, they have them up there too, and I would think they'd be very interested because up in that area, I would think there's probably a few more people who love their animals, but more impoverished right now, economically, and appealing to those people. It's like, just come to the food bank, and we'll help you out with some food for your pet.
Right. So the pet food bank may have food, or they may not. I mean, I have some that already have a steady flow of food. I mean, the one in my town has a nice supply of pet food, but a neighboring town didn't have as much because they had more people at the time, or more people looking for animal food.
So can someone call you directly and say, I live in Worcester, do you know where I could go, which food pantry?
Yeah, through the website, on my content. The website is the best way.
Yeah.
I've helped people. I had somebody contact me that Googled me, and she was in Arkansas.
Yeah.
And I ended up tracking down a Humane Society, and the Humane Society did a special favor and delivered food to her. She was having some illness issues, and so I don't like letting people down, and the people who work in these Humane Societies they're the best. So they will feed people, they want to keep the animals with the people. I mean, it's hard for the humans too. You can't forget that. These dogs they're awesome. They're my kids. Well, they're my canine kids, not my, human kids, but they're, I will do anything I need to for them because they're my responsibility and I love them. And I thankfully, I'm able to, not everybody is able to.
Yeah. What is your day? Is it centered around getting the word out more?
I'm doing a lot of that. When I started, it was just getting food and flipping food and setting up the stream, which I still am always working on. MSPCA, Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah.
They've been awesome. They're always helping me.
Oh, good.
They're top notch, and they help me out, and they help me with donations, and then I can get them to the food pantries. Their donations stay in Massachusetts, so I can kind of separate, and I know where it's coming from. And then I have other donors, and those will go to the Southern Rescues. I work with some rescues. These people come up every 2 weeks. They drive 30, 40 hours. They bring up adoptable dogs, sometimes cats, usually dogs. They go to a shelter, or they go directly to owners, and I load up their cars. I give them some food, and then they go back and they do it again. And they're unbelievable.
Have you heard of Bay Path up in
I
Washington?
sure have, yeah.
That's where we got our cat.
Nice.
And
where is your cat?
What is
your
it?
Cat? Do you have your cat here?
We had a cat.
Still?
Huh?
Your cat is.
We have two cats. The first one we got at Bay Path.
I got you.
And basically he got us because he was sitting with a brother in the cage.
Yep.
And we were standing there. He kind of pushed his brother aside and he charmed us with his little, this and that. We said, okay. We took that one. I wish we'd taken both. but he was so little, but he is like, what, 24 pounds by now.
Yeah.
And then we adopted his a girl cat from neighbors. And that was interesting, but you end up forking out more money. I don't know, maybe you don't. I don't know how they balance it out, because when you get them from the, like Bay Path, everything's taken care of, at least the first few shots, and they're spayed. Great. But when you buy it from, or just get it from a neighbor, it's all on you. You're going to have to get, all this stuff and everything. So I don't know, I guess it balances out, I'm not sure.
Well, when you adopt from a shelter, you pay a fee of it's a few $100s. That keeps them going.
Yep.
So they need it. They feed the animals. They spay or neuter them. They give them vaccinations,
Yep.
and they have to house them somewhere. So I mean, they're nonprofits.
I can see
good
this.
things.
I can see this. The pet food donation bank here. I could see this as having. I'm just visionary, but having like a wooden, beautiful wood building or shed or something devoted to pet food donations.
Yes, I have a shed. See, look at you. You're clairvoyant.
Yeah, I know. It had to be that way. Is it a real big shed?
I called a lot of places, many places, and asked for places near me, places far, big places. Please, I do not have cash flow. I'm a nonprofit. I draw no salary. I need a place to house the food. I got no one. No one. And then my daughter, I have a daughter who is studying in Israel, and she called, my birthday's coming up, and she contacted Shed Place, and she said, listen, my mom is having a birthday. She feeds hungry dogs. Can you give us a shed? My sisters and I want to surprise her on her birthday and give us a shed. Come here, Rosie. They are not giving me a shed, but a lovely outfit down Rhino Sheds down in Southern Mass, and we'll do it for half price. And to me, I will get them business now, because what they did, I mean, I don't want my dogs to spend that. I can, I did some fundraising, and I got some gifts at the end of the year from local places. So I was able to get the shed, but they saved me 50%, which I equate a lot of things. I value it as, in dog dollars. So, the $1,500, that's going to feed, 3,000 dogs. So I'm not, I need to stay in a budget there.
I wish more people knew about it. Do you put flyers up around different towns and things like that?
No, that's as I've learned, it's kind of dated. So much of it is on the social media, and I'm learning, as far as that goes, because my generation is, it was flyers like yours. It was something that we always did, but it's just social media, and you just have to spread it. And I have friends and family that's in this industry. So, I mean, my nephew runs a business called Mutt Dog, and he has hundreds of thousands of followers, and he helps me out. So, I mean, that's something that it's all the shirts and the hats that are around Black Dog, Yellow Dog. Well, he's got Mutt Dog.
Mutt Dog, those are hats?
Yeah, he's doing great. Yeah,
hats like caps.
Caps. He has shirts. He has leashes. He's got everything, and he's great.
So, he's your brother?
No, he's my son. He's not my brother. He's my nephew. Yeah. He's my oldest sister's youngest son.
It's in the blood, obviously.
He's a big. Oh, it is in the blood. It's all from my mom.
We're going to have to wrap it up here, but we've been talking with Helaine Block, and she is the founder of the Kobe Henry Pet Food Bank, and we've had Henry and Rosita here. And one more time, how can they get a hold of you? www.kobehenro.org. How's that? So if you are in need for your pet, try a food pantry, get in touch with Helaine, and you can get help out there, because I know it's getting kind of tough to feed our pets too. Thanks for being with us.
Yes, and if you're interested in making any kind of food or monetary donation, that's how we survive. So that's how we help people, is by people giving, so I can kind of be the middle person and get it to the people who need it via the pantries or the Southern Rescues.
I've noticed in life that the people sometimes who have the least are the best at donating.
That is very true.
Sometimes the ones that have a lot, like, I can't be bothered.
No, that is very true.
Thanks for being with us.
You are welcome. Thank you for having us.
All right, we'll see you next time. I'll be my guest.
a dream. Tomorrow's even closer than it seems.